What's going on, amigos? It's your boy, the Jots here, bringing you guys a brand new video. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day. I'm surely am, because I'm bringing you guys another YouTube video here. This one's going to be a how to make a gaming YouTube thumbnail. It's been over 7 months that I didn't do one. I feel like it's time to do it because I learned how to do something new and added in new things to my thumbnail, and I really want to show you guys if you guys don't know how to do a thumbnail in general. But yeah. First things first, I'm not using my good YouTube mic, I would call it, the blue one, just because it's super freaking hot outside and I have my AC running, and that's why I'm using my Astro 840's headset right now. Anyways, let's hop into Photoshop and let's start designing this beautiful thumbnail I have for you guys. So now that we open up Photoshop, and then you open Photoshop and everything's good to go, now you guys do need to know the size of a YouTube thumbnail. Just go to File, New, and then it's the size will be 1280 by 720p pixels, and the PPI doesn't really matter. I usually put it at 300 itself, and you know, good to go. If you guys want, you can name it too. I'm gonna keep it short. YouTube video. There you go. Spelled that completely wrong, but I don't give a fuck. Oops. Nope. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay. So now that we have our canvas size, everything's ready to go. You're ready to do some photoshopping. Now you gotta get the idea of it. So, or a background of it. And I went on a website called, hold on here, I think I still have it up. There we go. You guys can see it. It's called Free Pics. If you guys can tell, I was searching for blue skies for this video. But yeah, there's a lot of pictures that are free. You just gotta use the right keywords to find them. Like this one's free blue skies, and I clicked on one and found them. But if you guys see the crown up here, those are premium. You gotta get premium to download those, so try to avoid those as best as possible. And also is always nice to use, or always good to use, free pictures. So when you guys found your proper picture here, like I found my beautiful blue sky here, I will drag it into the canvas that we used, and I'm going to use Control-T to free transform the picture, and these are fucking huge, so let me hold Alt and then left click to resize it, and voila, and then press enter, or press the press the check mark on top here. Now you scroll back in, and voila, your picture's in there, your background's in there. But what I usually like to do in my pictures is to fuck around with the colors, just a little bit on camera. So actually, hold on, let it load, and it's not perfectly sized. So cancel, Control T to free transform. Here we go. Enter. So now, if you guys do have the latest Photoshop edition, or you bought it and stuff, you will have the, under filters, you will have camera raw filter, or Shift Control A. I usually just like going into filters and clicking myself. And mess around with the colors, make it more bright or even darker, depends how I'm feeling that day, and I'm feeling bright. Or actually, I don't know what I'm feeling like. Anyways, I'm going to play around with the exposure. I don't know personally, I just play it around to see which one looks better. So I would say -1. -1 looks good. I'm gonna play with the contrast, see if it does anything. Not really. Well, it does. It's just a little bit. -6 is good. Let's play with the highlights a little. +30. I think that would work perfectly fine. Yeah, 29. It's fine too. See if the shadows work. Yeah, I like that. And also, by the way, to get this, I completely forgot. It's if you click down here, right, you're going to see a Y, letter Y. You just click it, and then you're going to have your before and after, so that you guys could have the split, see the difference, right? Sometimes you're doing it, oh, there's no difference, but there will be a difference, I promise. A little bit of white. Let's make that just a little white. +24 looks good, and then it's black. Yeah, I like that. Boom. Next thing, you know what, I like this. But if you guys do want to go more, you could go to adjustments, and you can play around your you use your saturation and illuminance. I usually do it, but today, yeah, you know what? F it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's play with the blues. By the way, this video doesn't really have to have step by step. You guys could use whatever background you want, whatever thing you want, whatever you guys want. This is going to just help you guys to get better thumbnails. Well, personally, I think my thumbnails are awesome. There's always room for improvement, but yeah, no, I like this how it looks. If you guys really want, you could play with this, change the color, I think. Yeah. You guys want, see, look, you could change the saturation a little, but I'm not going to do nothing of that. Oops, hello. Whoa, 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 no, 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 no. There we go. I fat-fingered one thing and it happens. Anyways, to do that, just hold Control-Z to go back and you should be good to go from there. Now, I really like the picture. It's more darker. It's going to be up in my face like, boom, voila, beautiful. So now, you have two options here. Is to get yourself a character to put in your thumbnail, or even you go back to your filters here, and you will go to blur and Gaussian blur. So it's not focused more on the background, but the background's going to help the things inside the pit on the thumbnail to bring that, you know, the other pictures, if that makes sense. So the background, if the background's a little bit blurry because you don't want it to be the attention of it, but you do want it to catch people's eye, right? So I tend to use 3.8, 3, you know, 3.5 sometimes, depends how I feel on that day. Like I said earlier, I think 3.2 looks fantastic for today. So press enter. So now, you got your background. Good job. That's step one done. So now, find yourself a character. I use the same one, the same website that I used for that the blue sky, free pics. And this guy's like, oh my god, bro, what the fuck happened, you know? So this is going to be an interesting video. So now, you have two ways to crop this out. You guys could use the pen tool. Press P on your keyboard for the shortcut, and bring out the pen tool. But today, I really want to show you guys how fast to do it this time. And you're going to use your magic wand. I think it's called that. Hold on. Or quick selection tool. My apologies. And it's W on your mouse. So now, I know for the older Photoshop, I think like 2014, 2015 doesn't have this. But you have this button on top of here on your hotbar, I guess you could call it that. It's called Select Subject. So basically, it's very simple. It's going to select the subject that you have in your picture. You're going to just click it once, let Photoshop does the magic. It's going to load up, or progress, what do you say? I would say load up more, but hey. Wants to own, yeah. There we go. Took a little while. Alright, this is actually not too bad. Usually it misses a lot. Not a lot. Like most of the time, there's maybe, like I said, not like I said. Usually they will miss a few empty holes, like right here, right? Like that's fine. There's no biggie. The hair is kind of the afro looking hair is kind of hard to pick up, right? So this is actually not a bad job that way they did personally. That's really good. Yeah, I like it how it is. But if you're saying to yourself, how can I get rid of, oh, I can't, I'm pointing on my screen, but it ain't working there. How can I get rid of this? Well, it's a very simple and easy trick. Is you press Q on your keyboard. Now everything is going to be red, and it's only your character that you selected will be there. And now you're going to press B on your keyboard for the brush tool. And to do this, by the way, it's you hold Alt and then right click and swipe to the right to make it big or small. Right to make it big, left to make it small. My apologies. And then for the opacity, you go up to make no opacity. My apologies. The hardness 0, and then the hardness 200. Up. Okay, hold on. Up to erase the hardness, and then down to make 100% hardness. So here we want 100% hardness so that we could get rid of. And if I remember correctly, yeah. So black will fill, and then white will erase. And pressing by pressing X, by the way. So let's fill that in. Now let's make this a little bit better, or a little bit smaller. So I'm going to click it once here. Make this a little faster for you guys. And by the way, for doing what I'm doing, it's basically you click in one spot, hold shift, and you go up or wherever you want to go. So I'm going to keep doing that the whole way around. I'm going to speed up this process so that everything is looking fantastico for you guys. So I'll be right back. Alright, so personally, I think it's pretty much done. It's pretty good. Now you want to re-click the Q so that you can see the shape being selected again. So now what I do is that I go to selection. Actually, hold on before that. Always make sure that your layer is unlocked, because if not, it won't do anything. Even myself, I keep forgetting that, but that's okay. So you go to invert. So instead of being around, it's going to be around your character, but not going to delete it. See, and then you click backspace once or even twice, 3 times. Preference, that's what I usually do. So now I did Control D for deselect, press V on my keyboard so that I could grab my beautiful character here, and I'm going to drag this person right onto the canvas here. Okay, so now you're going to click Control T for free transform once again while holding Alt, and then drag out the size that you guys want. So I think this guy could be a little tad bigger. Yep, I like that. I like that right there. So now looking at it, I don't really like how the hair looks. So what I'm going to do is that, hold on, let me think here. Alright boys, I had this biggest brain fart of my life. Okay, so what I'm going to explain to you is that what I'm doing right now is that I just remembered that we have the stamping tool. So basically, where's this beautiful? So basically, the texture you're going to have on the hair, because at first I went back to cut it, and it looked really weird, and also I tried to color it in with a black brush with the same color of hair, and it looked even weird, personally, and I just remembered that I could use this beautiful tool, and I think it's S on your keyboard if you shortcut, and you just hold Control or Alt, my bad, on one area, and just tap it. And then, voila. So, it might take you a bit of time, but I think it's going to be a lot better just because it's going to be the same texture everywhere. And I guarantee you there's another faster way to do it. Too much. And so just make sure that you just cover up wherever you need to cover. I'm just doing this. This is not a necessary step. I was not planning this personally, but it's okay. It happened. I am back, and voila, looks like I never photoshopped the fucker. So now that you're done with your character, you cut him up, you made him look good, you make sure that there's no green or orange background in the background looking crazy through his hair, and he's looking good. Now you have a text to do, right? And this, you just press T on your keyboard. Come on. There you go. And my text is going to be, by the way, the font that I'm using, it's Mont, M-O-N-T. I've been really liking the font. It's different than the others. Oh my god. So this, hold on. So I'm just trying to think what to write. So, duplicate. Actually, let me resize this first. Control T once again. Hold your Alt button. Alt, and boom. And to copy, you're going to hold Alt and left click and drag. And then I'm going to write, oh my god, you won't. Control V, not control. Oops, is that space? It is space, okay. Alt once again. T. You won't, oh my god, you won't believe this. You won't believe what? No, you won't believe this. Keep it short. Okay. So now V again on your keyboard. So now for the text here, Control T to make this, oh my god, a little bit bigger. So that it's like, wow, you know? And then you move this, you won't, to actually resize it to a bit smaller, because you will see in a very, very short moment that I will fix this. There you go. So now, actually, I gotta space. Anyways, you know what? I'm gonna space these out just properly later. I'm gonna do the. Oops, nope. Ah, no. Okay. So now, you want to duplicate it while holding Control J and right-clicking on the copied layer. This is where the stroke is going to happen. This is where I'm going to show you. Convert to shape so that it's the shape itself. Now, actually, press A on it, and you're going on your hotbar on top, and you want to get rid of the color itself. You go to stroke and put it black. And before making the stroke a lot bigger, you got to go to this line here, stroke options, align, and put a last one. This one will bring it out on the text so that it looks like a stroke. And I usually, for the stroke, I usually put 12 on it. Enter. And I find personally, this is a good size for a stroke. And you're done with that. So let's redo that with the two other ones. So one more time, Control J on you won't. Right click to convert to shape. A on your keyboard to bring up all this section. Pardon me. Get rid of the fill. Fill it with black or whatever color. I usually tend to put it black. And go to stroke options and align. And now put your stroke to 12. Enter. Boom. And you guys should get the point of this. Yeah? So Control J, right click, convert to shape, press A on your keyboard. It should be already there, but just in case, take off the fill, put the stroke in, go to stroke options, go to the last alignment, and now you go to stroke size and then press enter. Personally, like I said, I like to put it in at 12. It looks good. It's not too big. It's not too small. It's right in the middle as I like it. And you're asking why we're doing this is one, because the regular stroke will curve. But this time you don't want it to curve. You want it to keep point to your text, right? So it looks good. So now I would say to group all this text together while holding shift on the top one, or click the top one, hold shift, click the last one to group to make them all selected. Control G, like George, to put them in one group. And then you want to go inside your group if you want. And I like where the oh my god is, but I don't like where you won't. And you won't, oh my god, you won't believe. Oh my god. Sorry about that. I gotta take out my cat. And I did a grammar mistake, or I forgot the word. Oh my god, you won't. This does not make sense, right? There we go. That looks a lot better. So let's do it one more time. Control J, right click, convert to object, press A on your keyboard, go to take off fill, fill it in, go to stroke options, make sure it's on the first one, go to last one, and then go to 12, and voila. That looks a lot better. A lot better indeed. So what I usually do is try to align everything. So I changed it just a little bit. Instead of saying "Oh my God," I said "No way, you won't believe this." I feel like it's a lot cleaner and it's a lot better than what I had before. Sometimes with the thumbnails, you just gotta make sure everything looks good. So let me do this very quickly. Pardon me. See, look how better this looks like. Look. Now the only thing is that make sure that everything is aligned properly. There you go. So that's your text right there. I think this looks a lot better than before. And now you can close the group. Yeah, so close the group or even actually keep it open. And see if you do this. Play around with this. There you go. So, yeah, no, that's fine. Let's name guy Yas. Voila. Okay, so the reason why I do that, it gives it more. I don't know if it's feng shui the word I'm looking for, but it looks kind of unique and stuff. And if I don't like, actually no, I'm gonna leave it like that. It looks good. Yeah, it looks good. So now we're going to do the. I call this the motion blur, meaning I'm gonna add an object and it's gonna look like it's flying at the face, just to give it more. Oops. Give it a little bit of touch. You know what I mean? Jelly beans. So Control T with this bitch. And then come over here. Do that. And now you go to Filter, Blur, Motion Blur. Right down here. Let's see if lowering this down just a little. That's fine right there. I think so. Just a little bigger and distort it just a little. Like that. Duplicate it. Control J or Alt on it. Control T once again. Make sure that this one's a bit tinier. That looks good. I think one could be right here. Where is this guy? Actually, you know what? I do this and go all the way down here. Something like that. And then another one, like I said, Control T. Oh, that's too many. That too many. That too many. Delete. Control T. Come over here. Make it a tiny bit smaller. So for this one now, change it directions. Control T. Oh no, my apologies. Control T. Right click. Horizontal flip. There we go. I think that's pretty much good. I feel like one is deserving to be there, so let's try it out. Control T. So Control J, Control T. Alt click it. And then turn it here, and then let's see if we could play around with. You know what? I really like this. Okay, so let's group these up together so that we don't get lost and stuff. So I'm gonna write emoji. Oh, I forgot the O. There we go. So this actually looks really good. If you guys like it like that, keep it how it is, and yeah. Oh, sorry about that. So now let's go back on the text. I should have done this. Actually, yeah, I should have done this at the beginning, but that's okay. So you want to go on the one that's not shaped or the stroked, right? So double click the regular text. You go to your gradient overlay. And now you're going to put a gradient over it. Very simple. I'm going to put the hex code on screen for you guys. Right here. Say click OK for you guys. Another one right here. Boom. Gradient done. Or you could do whatever gradient. I think personally, oops. I personally think a gradient is good, like this color, because it catches like. Actually, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Let's try this. So, this. Do the same thing like before. See, something like that. See, something very simple, looks very good. Good. Yo, I'm actually proud of myself with this thumbnail. I just thought about it at work, or spoke to a homie thing about it, and boom. So now, if you like the thumbnail how it is, leave it how it is. If not, get yourself some action lines, like myself. Oh, did I? Oh, I didn't. Okay, perfect. So make sure this is unlocked. Drag it to the canvas. Drag this down right over it. So for this, you want to change the blending mode a little. You will want to change it, because if not, it won't, the action lines won't appear, or the background itself won't appear. So this is pretty much it. This is the thumbnail, how to make a thumbnail, a gaming thumbnail. This is how I usually make my thumbnails. I usually take an hour or an hour and, an hour or an hour and a half to do it, just to make sure everything's fine. So what I do is that I'm going to select the bottom layer to the first layer, group it, duplicate it. So group it with G like George, and then Control J to duplicate it, and then Control E to merge it. So now that you have one layer, and then you want to duplicate it one more time with like the full picture, okay. And then the first one, this is where you're going to do a better quality picture. Like, it looks good already, looks great, but if you want the high definition, well, what I would call that, I would go to, this is how you do it, by the way. So you go to filters, you go to others, and then you go to high pass, okay? You should see something like this. Now, you guys could play with the radius. I usually put it at 1 or 2, or right in the middle, like you see here, like not right in the middle, but 1.6, and you click OK. Okay? So now you want to go to your blending mode options, and then you're going to just go play around with the one you like the most. Last time I figured out, overlay is good. Gives it more the quality, right? Or even vivid. Like, look. Vivid gives it the kick in the butt that you need. See, let's take this out. Like, let's see the what I mean. Like, there's more quality, I guess, more definition, right? It's more yeah, more definition. Sharp, the word I was looking for, sharpness. It looks more sharp in the picture itself. Compare, right? On, off, on. So now you're done your thumbnail. Voila, fini. This is perfect. How to save it? You go to Files, Export, Save for Web, Voice Crack. Now, I would recommend you to put a PNG, and they already set it as the highest quality for YouTube and everything should be good, and you just gotta click Save. And then save it wherever you need to save it. So I'm gonna save it where I usually save it. Hold on. I'm having a brain fight here, boys. Yeah, don't worry about my memory, by the way. I have something in plan for that. So Photoshop, thumbnails, and boom. It's saved. Boom. Boom. Everything is saved. Everything is good. Everything is vibing, boys. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I had a different idea for this, but it came out like this. Something that's what graphic design is, right? Like, you have an idea, but it turns out another idea. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. It's completely different than I usually do. I want to do more of this stuff because, one, I want to get better at explaining how to use Photoshop for people who do not know how to use Photoshop, and two, it's just something out of my comfy zone, and I want to get that used to it. Anyways, hold on here. Let me go to the full cam here. hopefully you guys did enjoy this tutorial. This is, like I said, completely different, and hopefully I helped one person. That's the end goal. Helped one person, and if you guys want to see more, just let me know. And yeah, it's been your boy DJ Hotsus. I'm out. Peace. Yeah.